District Board of Commissioners meeting of February 20th to order. Mike, please take the roll.
Commissioner Welker, Commissioner Vyers, Commissioner Mee,
Here.
President Kelly.
I see we have Dan Leahy from WDSRA here in the audience. I think you're here to make a presentation, Dan?
It's my yearly honor to do so, yes.
You're welcome.
Well, thank you. Happy to be here sharing just a few facts and figures about WD and looking at the title here, the gratitude report. I think I say this every year, but just very privileged to be in this space and appreciative of the partnership that we have with our 9-member communities, the things that we do for our people and the joy we bring them. I benefit from it personally, but professionally too is just really amazing. So we'll dive in here. Looking at our year in review, we won't spend a whole lot of time on the first couple bullets, but last year at this time, I was talking about a flood and us all being displaced out of our office. We got back in around Thanksgiving of this year, so that was a 13-month event. The good news that I always emphasize is our families never missed a beat. We didn't have to cancel programs, so that was great. We had another little incident in the spring with regards to technology and cyber stuff, but got through that pretty unscathed as well. And then from there, we could focus on, just building our programs, new partnerships. You see there that we partnered with some local SRAs, which always makes a lot of sense to bring a lot of towns together and get some numbers around the special needs community and the types of things that we offer. We show here that our program registrations are up 8% year over year, so healthy growth there. And then inclusion is at an all-time high. The number of requests that we're getting from our communities for assistance, one-on-one assistance in your programs keeps going up. So that's a 20% increase year over year. I'll touch on that again in a moment. We did implement a new financial software system, nothing super exciting, but part of what we do, and it went well, and we're about 5 months into operating on that system, so that was a big accomplishment. And then our staffing pool continues to be stable, which is great to see. So some of the things that we do with Wheaton specifically, if you're all aware, we have a Rec and Roll Adult Day program here. So when people reach the age of 22 and they're no longer served by the school system, families often they're like, what are we going to do? Our person wants to do things. They want to be in the community. They want to be independent. That's what Rec and Roll really is. And we have 7 of those sites in DuPage, and we're really proud of that program. We do a lot of programming at your facilities, and you have a lot of amenities, and we're very lucky to be able to use those. And your staff is very good about keeping us in the loop about how we can get scheduled and get into your aquatic facilities and your different spaces to do what we need to do. We try to collaborate whenever we can. Trunk or treat's just one small example that we like to come and have fun, and we have a presence, and people get exposed to WDSRA through some of your large audiences. You guys have a lot of great events, so we're always happy to piggyback on those. Sensory Garden Play Days, that's a great outreach opportunity for us. It brings people to the park that might be in line for WDSRA services, and then just the collaboration and the partnership in general. I'm trying to get more involved with my role on the board there. Mike's been really good about that, and it's just been an amazing story, so I look forward to continuing to grow in that. You're the host site of our annual golf outing, and it always receives high marks from our players and our participants. Coming to Arrowhead's a highlight, and it's a really good fundraiser for us. And in general, you guys are so supportive. We have the bash coming up in a week and a half and the golf outing. We really thank you for your sponsorship and support on that. And then we're always happy to do education or disability awareness training, either for your staff or maybe partners in the community. We can do wheelchair basketball demonstrations and other things that just give people a little bit of a sense of appreciation for what serving this population or being in this population really means. A lot of numbers and facts and figures here. No surprise. On the left, we have pie charts. Wheaton is by far the second most active community that we serve. And then on the bottom right, you see that bar graph. The one thing I'll highlight is the green bar. It doesn't really represent it graphically, but if you just go back 2 years, the number of inclusion requests that we are meeting has gone up from about 1,400 to 2,500. So 2.5 years, we've seen about a 50% increase. That's something that Mike and the board keeps hearing as we internally try to keep aligning resources and being creative about how we meet the numbers of requests that we're getting while keeping our staffing and financial resources where they're at. The foundation, I just talked about our fundraising events. They're a huge part of what we do. We're lucky to have a great foundation board. You can see in the red box there, just this past year, they raised nearly $900,000 in cash and in kind. Most of that's in cash. We have that scholarship endowment that's in the middle box. It says we've raised $50,000. That's very dated information from this summer. We had a 3-year goal of $750,000. We're well over $600,000, and we'll be on track to meet that goal in year 3, which will line up with our 50th anniversary. So a nice little synergy there. And then what that endowment will do is, in perpetuity, it will fund basically our annual financial aid or scholarship program that we award to families. And we just are continuing to see an increased need. As I've talked about before, we have a lot of families that have one earner, one income producer, and then somebody who handles driving and other coordination of activities. I always like to highlight at least one participant story. I won't go into too much detail, but if you attended the bash last year, we had a video on this young lady, Erin. She suffered the loss of her mom, and her dad was, didn't know where to turn. I think he was referred to us through healthcare, referral, and Erin, since she joined us, really started thriving again, found her community. She became an accredited Disney writer, and, we have a lot of stories like this, but she's really kind of like a recent, success story, and, her dad can't say enough good things about her, and she's very articulate and passionate about what WD has brought to her life as well. And then just in wrapping, again, very proud. The partnership that we share really does bring recreation to everybody and meets them where they're at and allows them to pursue their passions and their joy. We're continuing as an organization to work on our strategic plan, and I'll be talking to the board more about that. And then I'd like to remind people that in 2026, we'll be celebrating 50 years of service in the community. So proud of that, and look forward to working with all our member districts to share that message and celebrate it in any way we can. So that's all I have. If anybody has questions or comments, happy to engage.
Thanks, Dan. Anybody have any questions?
Dan, keep doing your stuff. Thanks.
Thanks. Appreciate it, Commissioner.
No questions, but thank you for all that you bring to our community.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Dan.
All right. Thanks, you guys. Have a good meeting.
Okay. Community input. I don't think anybody's here signed up. The consent agenda, striking items D and E, Terry.
C, D, and E.
Oh, that's correct. Thank you.
Oh, C too.
Yeah, C, D, and E. Okay, I'll go for it. I would move to approve the consent agenda items A, B, and F, starting with A, approval of the disbursements totaling $3,176,028.50 for the period beginning January 8, 2025 and ending February 11, 2025. C, approval of regular board meeting minutes of January 15, 2025. And finally, F, review of the post-issuance compliance report for our general obligation limited park bonds series 2024.
Second.
So a motion by me, a second by Viers. Anybody have any questions or comments?
Nope.
Mike, take the roll, please.
Commissioner Welker, Commissioner Viers,
Yes.
Commissioner Me.
Yes.
President Kelly.
Yes. I have one item before I start on new business. I'd like to change the March 5th Buildings and Grounds meeting to a special meeting, as there's a possibility the board will be asked to take action on a contract at that meeting. So does anybody object to calling that a special meeting?
Oh, instead of a...
Instead of just Buildings and Grounds, we're going to make it a special meeting so that we have the authority to take some action.
Good by
I
me.
will be out of town, but I will call into that meeting. I just won't be able to vote if we do decide to take action.
All right.
Okay. All right. So, Mike, you can go ahead and notice that up as a special meeting.
Yes, sir.
All right. Then new business item 1 is ordinance 2025-02.
I move to adopt ordinance 2025-02, disposal and sale of personal property owned by the Wheaton Park District.
Second.
So we had a motion by Vyers and a second by me. Anybody have any comments on the list of items? Nope. Okay, that's an ordinance. Mike, take the roll, please.
Commissioner Vyers?
Yes.
Commissioner Me?
Yes.
Commissioner Welker?
Yes.
President Kelly?
Yes. New business, item number 2 is a purchase approval for portable pitching mounds.
Move to approve payment of $23,705.16 to Anthem Sports for 10 portable pitching mounds.
Second. Sorry, second.
Motion by me. Yeah, you guys are going to have to speak up. There's only 3 of you tonight. Motion by me and a second by Welker. Anybody have
says
any
it's
comments
okay.
on those? I'm assuming that
That's okay, Angie.
approving them tonight, delivery won't be a problem now, right? That's why we're doing this so early? Okay. 25,000, we can do a voice vote, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so we do a voice vote on that. All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? All right, that motion carried. New business, item number 3, sound and lighting contractor for our 2025 special events.
I move to approve the 2025 special event sound and lighting proposal from Hi-Fi Events in the amount of $27,000.
Second.
So we have motion by Vyers and a second by Welker. Anybody have any questions or comments?
Nope.
I believe this is the vendor we've used the last couple of years, so
That's correct.
we know what we're getting. All right. Mike, take the roll, please.
Commissioner Me?
Yes.
Commissioner Welker?
Yes.
Commissioner Vyers?
Yes.
President Kelly?
Yes. New business item number number 4, which is our concerts at Memorial Park.
I move to approve payments for entertainment contracts for the 2025 special event and concert season at a total cost not to exceed $162,000.
Second.
So we had a motion by Vyers and a second by me. Anybody have any questions or comments? I know Margie's not going to release the names early, right?
We're close, we're close.
Still working on it, huh, Margie? Cool.
Okay, no sneak peek for the board. All right, Mike,
There's some exciting news. I won't say who it is, but for aging Gen Xers, there's some exciting news. AG's never heard of this band, but they're
Monkeys?
no Gen Xers.
Say baby boomers.
what's wrong with the baby boomers?
Nothing. We just,
Thanks, Mike.
most of the lineups actually appeal to the baby boomers, you'll find.
Okay.
All right, 160, Mike, we need to take the roll on that one.
Purdue, Commissioner Welker? Commissioner Vyers?
Yes.
Commissioner Me? President Kelly?
Yes. New business item number 5, which is our program and events apparel bid.
I move to approve the following bids for 2025 program and event apparel, starting with Run for the Animals and Reindeer Run Marathon Sportswear at $30,154.55. Then we have for camps, athletics, and aquatics, and park staff in Memorial Park from SBI Custom Apparel, $18,087.90. Then we have the Lincoln Marsh, Cream of Wheaton, and Special Events Apparel from Empire Printing at $4,148.40. And finally, for the Cosley Zoo, from Blue Sky Marketing at $561.
Second.
So I had a motion by me and a second by Vyers. Anybody have any questions or comments?
I do have a question. I noticed that we're looking at safety gear here related to athletics, and I saw that we are looking at, what was highlighted were the lowest bids. And I just want to make sure that we're addressing any concerns with safety here, and we're not just looking at the lowest bid. What did we do as far as vetting helmets for football?
We're on the one before that.
For the football bid?
Yeah.
So we do go with the Riddell helmets. So we actually put a specific helmet on there that we work with the vendors on to make sure it is the high quality safety.
Okay.
So we wouldn't honor a substitute if it was safety or quality, so that helmet is the one we actually bid.
Okay, so you select that one?
Correct.
Okay, all right, perfect. I just wanted to make sure I understood that. Thank you.
Yeah, Angie, you'll see that on the baseball bid and everything else as we specify the standard that we're looking for. And that's why you'll see sometimes we'll award there'll be a lower bidder, but if you'll look further to the notes, you'll see they're bidding on an alternate that they think is equal to our product, but we don't agree, so.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
All right. All right, anybody else have any other questions? All right, Mike, take the roll, please.
Commissioner Vyers?
Yes.
Commissioner Me?
Yes.
Commissioner Welker?
Yes.
President Kelly?
Yes. Next item, number 7, same thing, only it's the Rams cheerleading uniform bid results.
No.
Number 6.
Football uniform
Oh,
equipment.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
We did helmets, now we got to do football
We were on
uniforms.
apparel.
Oh, I jumped ahead.
Yeah,
I'm
that's-
sorry.
The question was about the next one, so we're good there, but now we're on
Rewind.
number 6.
So now we have the bid results.
All right, I move to approve the vendors, products, and prices for the 2025 Rams football uniforms and equipment purchases per staff recommendations, and the motion details are attached to the agenda.
Second.
So a motion by Vyers and a second by me. Anybody have any questions? Asked and
Not
answered?
again, asked and answered.
All right, Mike, take the roll, please.
Commissioner Me?
Yes.
Commissioner Welker?
Yes.
Commissioner Vyers?
Yes.
President Kelly?
Yes. And now we'll do the Rams cheerleading uniform bid results.
Move to accept the bid from Rebel Athletic for 2025-2026 cheerleading uniforms at a cost of $208.25 per uniform.
Second.
So we had a motion by me and a second by Welker. What's the
Would be-
total of
It
that?
would be Byers. and
All Vyers and,
175 participants times $208
Okay.
and some change.
so we can do, yeah, so we need a roll call. Mike, take the roll,
Commissioner
please.
Welker?
Yes.
Commissioner Vyers?
Yes.
Commissioner Me?
Yes.
President Kelly?
Yes. New business item number 8 is our telecommunications services contract.
Move to approve a contract with Intelliquent Voyant for Voice over Internet Protocol, VoIP, phone services for 154 users at a cost of approximately $2,459 or 59 cents per month after applicable fees and surcharges for a 36-month term beginning April 12, 2025.
Second.
So motion by me and a second by Vyers.
Just to clarify, that was $2,490.50.
59
sorry.
cents.
59 cents. Thank you.
My error.
Between the two of us, two of us, we'll get it right.
My error.
And mine.
All right. So we had a motion by me, second by Vyers. Anybody have any questions for Mike? No. Mike, take the roll, please.
Commissioner Vyers?
Yes.
Commissioner Me? Commissioner Welker?
Yes.
President Kelly?
Yes. New business, item number 9, an intergovernmental agreement between the County of DuPage and the Wheaton Park District for polling location parking lot improvements.
I move to approve an intergovernmental agreement between County of DuPage, Illinois, and Wheaton Park District for polling location parking lot improvements.
Second.
So a motion by Vyers and a second by Welker.
And Mike, this is for the Blanchard Building.
And the Central Athletic
Yes.
Complex,
Yes.
both parking lots, both are used for early voting and regular voting on election day as well.
All right, great, thanks.
Anybody have any other questions? All right, Mike, take the roll, please.
Commissioner Me?
Yes.
Commissioner Welker?
Yes.
Commissioner Vyers?
Yes.
President Kelly?
Yes. New business, item number 10, the Cosley Zoo restroom renovation project. We have a change order.
Move to approve change order number 1 from Total Pro Construction in the amount of $8,917.
Second.
So a motion by Vyers and a second by me. Anybody have any questions for Rob on that?
No.
We can do a voice vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Anybody opposed? Nope, that motion carried. New business, item number 11, the Memorial Park Fence Project. Bid results.
Move to approve the bid from Paramount Fence for $62,888 plus a 10% contingency.
Second.
So a motion by me and a second by Vyers. Anybody have any questions or comments?
Rob, we get that rocking and rolling in the springtime or what?
Get it up before we start having events there.
Cool.
Yeah, nice, 7 bids on our thing. That's nice results. All right, Mike, take the roll, please.
Commissioner Welker?
Yes.
Commissioner Vyers?
Yes.
Commissioner Me?
Yes.
President Kelly?
Yes. New business item number 12, Central Athletic Center parking lot project. This would be a change order.
Move to approve additional services with Engineering Resource Associates in the amount of $5,500.
Second.
So a motion by me and a second by Vyers. Anybody have any questions or comments? No. Mike, take the roll, please.
Commissioner Welker, Commissioner Byers, excuse me.
Yes.
Commissioner Me.
Yes.
Commissioner Welker.
Yes.
Thank you. President Kelly.
Yes. All right.
Oh, we're moving right along here.
Right along. Okay. New business item 13 is our Hawthorne Junction Playground Safety Surface Project.
Move to approve a contract with Perfect Turf for the Hawthorne Junction Playground Surfacing base bid for materials and installation in the amount of $69,950.
Second.
So we had a motion by Vyers and a second by me. Questions or comments?
No.
Rob, this is the newer surface we're putting pretty much everywhere.
It's the one that appears to be the most cost-effective.
All right. And that's installed by them, not us, like sometimes. All
That's
right.
correct.
All right, Mike, take the roll, please.
Commissioner Me.
Yes.
Commissioner Welker.
Yes.
Commissioner Byers.
Yep.
President Kelly.
Yes. And the next item is playground surfacing material for Sunnyside Playground.
Move to approve a contract with Perfect Turf for the Sunnyside Playground Surfacing base bid and alternates 1 and 2 in the amount of $98,560.
Second.
So motion by Vyers, second by Welker. No questions or comments? Mike, take the roll, please.
Commissioner Welker.
Yes.
Commissioner Byers.
Yes.
Commissioner Me.
Yes.
President Kelly.
Yes. And the last item is mower replacement purchase.
Move to approve the purchase of a Toro Groundmaster 4010D through Illinois State contract delivered locally by Reinders in the amount of $127,330.41.
Second.
Got a motion by Vyers and a second by me. Any questions or comments?
No.
No, we'll just note that this is being purchased through the state contract. All right, Mike, take the roll, please.
Commissioner Byers.
Yes.
Commissioner Me.
Yes.
Commissioner Welker.
Yes.
President Kelly.
Yes, all right. Reports from staff. Mike?
Yes, sir. It is my pleasure to be introducing at his first park board meeting, Greg Bachheim, our new Cosley Zoo director. Greg comes to Cosley Zoo from the Virginia Zoological Park, where he served as executive director. His leadership there led to extensive expansions of animal habitats, conservation project involvement, creative regional partnerships, events, and enhanced visitor experiences. Prior to this, Greg has held leadership in animal husbandry roles at the Potawatomi Zoo, Disney's Animal Kingdom, the Birmingham Zoo, and Taronga Zoo. With over 20 years of dedicated to the zoo industry, Greg brings experiences in zoo management, conservation, and animal well-being, with a proven track record at both large and small zoos across the country. And we're thrilled to welcome Greg to the team. If you'd stand up and give a wave. Turn around to the camera for our friends at home.
I'm excited to be part of the Parks District and all the great things that you bring to the community. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Greg, and welcome.
Welcome, Greg.
Welcome, we're glad to have you.
Thanks, Greg, for letting me ride a llama one of these days. Thank you, buddy.
Say no, Greg.
No, he said it was okay.
All right, before I go to individual commissioner comments, Alex is here from the fitness center.
You're on, buddy.
Come on.
Before we ask questions, you want to go over any highlights in your report or anything?
Yeah, of course. Well, first, for those that don't know me, I'm Alex Tesseri. I'm the Parks Plus Fitness Manager with the Wheaton Park District. Thank you all for taking the time to read the report. I do have a few highlights. Obviously, there's a bunch of information there, so I'm more than happy to answer any questions that you may have. Turning to page 2 at our financial analysis, this past year was the first we went into the green the past 3 years, which is fantastic. We made up over $30,000 from 2020 2023 to 2024, with aspirations and hope to get that closer and closer to a six-figure green number by, years in, next year, continue to grow from there. Page 3, two things I'd like to highlight is our annual memberships. Revenue grew from $174,210 to just over $225,000, so a $50,000 increase, which is a testament to our increase in numbers throughout the year, which I'll touch in a bit. Our insurance-based memberships, which includes not only senior citizens, but now anybody with an insurance policy that covers fitness underneath their policy, had a $20,000 increase from 2023 to 2024. So it's not only great to be able to serve that type of community and demographic, but also it also brings a great revenue boost to us as well. Page 4, as I touched on, we went from 1,750 members to just under 2,500 members in a full year. So again, that attests to a lot of our annual membership revenue growing. Page 5, our membership demographic. One thing I thought that was really interesting is our median age from last year was at 65.4 years of age, and it dropped down to 60.2. So we're starting to feed in the next generation of Parks Plus members, which is great, obviously, from a business standpoint, but it's also great to be able to attract some of the youthful faces and brighten up the space, so to speak. We love our
Sitting down now.
older members, but again, it's great to see some of that demographic final on it as well.
When's Alex?
I was glad to bring that.
Review?
I was glad to bring the average age of these guys down.
Exactly. Thank you, John. We appreciate it.
Welcome.
He reminds us of that all the time.
One other thing I just wanted to touch on that I thought was really interesting when making the report is traditionally membership/visitation fluctuates as the season fluctuate. As we get into the warmer months and the nicer weather, generally we see memberships drop as they go suspended or they freeze for a little bit. People start going outside, so they're not coming into PPF as often. But if you'll take a look on page 7, you'll notice that our membership visitation increased every single month, which is a phenomenon not quite seen in the fitness industry. So I think that's a testament to how impactful, especially with our students coming back from school, still looking for ways to be in a fitness space in utilizing Parks Plus Fitness for that amenity. So just under 100,000 visits, and we hope to hit that number by the end of the year. So I'm hoping to any questions that you have if I didn't touch anything.
So would you attribute most of that growth, though, this year to the big remodeling project that we did? And
Just a little bit, right? No, I think we've only had positive remarks in regards to the renovation, and with some of the community input, we've been able to input some different pieces of equipment, make some adjustments where things need to be adjusted, and it's been well responded to.
the people really like it, don't they?
Absolutely, and I think the big thing for us is trying to keep our old members happy with our new members happy. So finding that balance was something that we constantly were adjusting as the year went on, and I think we did a pretty good job of that.
Yep, we agree.
Thank you.
Awesome, thank you. I just wanted to say one of the things that I hear frequently out in the community is, whoa, have you been to Parks Plus? Have you seen it? And so I would expect membership to just continue to grow. Word's getting out, and it's wonderful. So thank you for all your hard work.
Thank you, Angie.
Anybody else for Alex?
I got something for you, buddy.
Oh, boy.
Don't run away so quickly. Alex he's stole my thunder in terms of member numbers and our, let's just say that our physical growth over there. But having been a Parks Plus member for, let's just say, a lot of years, we've certainly seen a transition. And Alex, you and the team are certainly instrumental in that. But, I just want to read a couple excerpts from the exec summary because it says it all. In an effort to stand above the rest, PPF management stressed the importance of high-quality customer service to create an environment that feels like a second home for whomever enters through our fitness center doors. And, because I'm there about 3 times a week, I interact with our members, and, there's no one that has a negative thing to say about it. And of course, we all know that our numbers are increasing all the time. I can't go in there without somebody signing up, as a new member. So, we'll have to fit them in somewhere. Then over the past year, Parks Plus Fitness has experienced remarkable growth, success highlighted by an increase. You've already talked about the increase, but it continues. And then throughout the year, Parks Plus Fitness is also focused on increasing member engagement through a series of themed events and challenges. People are getting involved. They're taking advantage of it, and we see that routinely as we're there. Last but not least, between the PPF team and Margie, your marketing staff, keep that marketing rolling because it's working. It looks good all the time. So thank you. You got off easy, buddy.
I'll take it.
All right, now just open it to board member comments. Angie?
Thanks, guys, and thank you for your support. I know you guys are all coming in every day, so thank you for continuing to support PPF.
Angie, anything? No?
No, nothing tonight. I'm
John?
having trouble.
Nothing.
Terry?
Well, I have a couple.
Obviously.
Obviously. Who can speak to the PGA show? Dan, productive as usual?
Orders are coming in.
Good.
Got some new stuff, and the trends continue, keeping a pulse on the trend.
First delivery should be within the next couple of months?
Hats are already coming.
Oh, they're already coming? Good. Good deal.
We still have a number of items on last year's stock for sale, correct, Dan?
40% off.
Did we hear that 40% off items at the Arrowhead Golf Club Pro Shop for our friends at home?
I do want to mention that, and I'll take this right out of the staff reports. Arrowhead is honored to be on the 2025 Golfers' Choice Top 25 public golf courses in the nation. And we ranked number 17 in the country for best public golf course to play. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that, other than being number one, I suppose.
We're in Illinois on that stuff.
I know. And, Arrowhead also came in at number 15 on that same 2025 Golfers' Choice Top 25 courses for off-course, amenities. And that tells us everything we need to know about the restaurant and banquet operation. The restaurant obviously, continues to rock and roll. We got some positive comments, through the Open Table app, people commenting the staff, and the experience over there. Going to in-house basketball, survey results came back with an average score of 4.1 out of 5 for overall evaluation of the program. So, I guess we're doing something right. Keep it up. I'm getting there. I don't want to fail to mention our cheerleading program. For the fall 2024 in-house cheer survey results came back with an average score of 4.35 out of 5 for overall evaluation. So once again, people are liking what we're doing, so keep it up. We saw a significant increase from 23 to 24 for CAC usage hours. Can anybody address why there was such a significant increase in usage hours? Because I didn't understand that. I mean, a lot.
Probably a lot that has to do with the growth of our own sports programs, which make use of the facility.
Okay.
So we're using more hours in the CAC because there's more kids playing basketball and soccer and training off-season for baseball and things of that nature.
Okay.
So that's a significant chunk of it.
Hey, Alex, while you're here, we have a low percentage of, let's say, suspended Parks Plus Fitness members. Is that just through non-payment, or what is it?
Correct, yeah, whether they're, especially in the winter, a lot of them will go down south to their summer homes and,
Okay.
yeah, so that's pretty
Got
much
it.
where most of them come from.
Okay, good deal. And Margie, again, thanks for your overall marketing efforts, you and the staff. We saw the tribute to Mike come out for his Lifetime Achievement Award today, so that was pretty cool. I just got a couple more. Isapalooza, for those who were there, including myself, staff, and our public attendees, good job. I mean, it was a little brisk, but it happened, even though it was we had to delay it by a week, but people still came out. And finally, I want to mention that the Susan Walgren Fund for Future Zoo Leaders, and Greg, I know that you can appreciate this, that fund now stands at more than $112,000 in a short, that's only within a 2-month period of time, isn't it, Mike?
That's correct.
Jesus. Somebody's doing something right. So anyway, thank you, staff, for everything that you're doing.
Thank you, Terry.
Mike, do you have anything you want to add?
No, sir.
And I'll take a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Vyers, second by me. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Meeting adjourned.
John, don't you want to have a